Hi, today's tip is about how to get up from a fall. Hi, it's me, Linda Burhans, the gal who cares for the caregivers with love, laughter, and lessons learned. Today I have my friend Jillian Rose from the Pinellas Park Fire Department to give us some tips on the proper way to get up from a fall.
So one of the first things that we want to make sure that you're doing is if you have a fall, to make sure that you're checking yourself for injuries. Always make sure you're giving yourself just a minute to catch your breath and check your arms and your wrists to see if you have any injuries there. You're checking your legs or your ankles to make sure that you're going to be able to support yourself to get up. And your neck. You can even move your neck from side to side. Once you've established that and you realize that you're okay, what I want you to do is I want you to try to draw your knees towards you and slide your hips so that you're laying flat on your back. Then what I want you to do is I want you to take your dominant hand, slide your other arm that you're not going to be using underneath you, and roll yourself over onto your side using your legs and your hip muscles to try to push you over. And once you do that, you're going to slide your other arm underneath you to help give you support as well too. This is going to help get you to roll over. You're going to support yourself with both of your hands and try to flip your hips and your knees over so that you are into a crawling position. You're going to crawl over to the most stable spot that you have, and you're going to reach your dominant hand up again to give yourself support onto that spot. Raise your other hand to give yourself support. Again, anytime you need a minute to catch your breath, move as slow or as quickly as you can. And once you have both arms into a stable position, we want you to go ahead and with your dominant leg, try to lift up and push yourself up. There you go. Reach up with the other leg as well too. And you're going to slide your hips around to the side to get yourself into a sitting position. Again, most important part here, give yourself a second to breathe. And then once you're relaxed, you've caught your breath, make sure again you're checking those extremities to make sure that you can support yourself to get up into a standing position to reach your telephone or your medical alert device. So if you've determined that there are no serious injuries and you're going to help a person up, what I want you to do is I want you to grab two sturdy chairs. I want you to place one close to the patient's head and the other one have close to you that you can easily slide behind the person once they're in a kneeling position. So you're going to help the person plant their hand firmly on the floor, and while they're doing that, they're going to move their underarm underneath them. Take your time and get them into a sturdy place where they can slide themselves up into their knees onto a crawling position. If at any time the person is saying they're feeling excruciating pain, you can always stop, get that person back down onto the floor and call 911. Once they're ready, you can go ahead and have them lift their dominant arm up onto the chair, and then they're going to give themselves support and push the other arm up. Again, take your time, let them breathe. Once they're ready, they're going to place their other foot firmly on the floor and get up to where they're in a crouching position. You can then slide another chair behind them and sit them into a sitting position. Again, let them relax and breathe. And at this point, you can see if they're injured, if they need 911 services, or if they're feeling okay and just need a couple of moments, you can always take them to their doctor. When you suffer a fall and you're alone, we want you to do your best to try to get yourself up or get yourself to a place where you can call 911. We see many people who don't do this and they end up getting hypothermia, dehydration, pressure sores, or even pneumonia. So getting help is one of the best things that you can do for yourself. There are a couple things that you can do at home. If you have a medical alert device, always try to keep it close by. Always try to keep your cell phone charged and close to you. And another great tip that you can use is if you have an Amazon Alexa, you can go ahead and tie the Amazon Alexa to your phone. If you tie it to your phone, one of the contacts I want you to put in there is 911. You can call this anything. You can call it the fire department. Just remember what you call it. If you call it emergency, if you call it call 911, and then you can simply tell Alexa to call your contact. And she'll go ahead and do it and reach. And you can actually be anywhere in your household as long as Alexa can hear you. And 911 will be reached, and you can talk to them through the device while you're on the floor. If you're listening to this story today and you think, if I got on the floor, I'd never be able to get back up, what I want you to do is I want you to contact your primary doctor and ask them for a referral to a physical therapist. The physical therapist can work with you to gain muscle strength and core strength. And you can also work with the physical therapist together to try to get yourself some great tips to get up from a fall. And this way, if it does happen to you and you are alone, you will know what to do.
Thanks, Jillian, for giving us those tips today. They really are important. Tune in next week for another tip sponsored by Arden Courts, where all they do is memory care. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and have a delicious day.